Hello viewers, this is Harsha. Welcome to our YouTube channel techmyhire. We all know that Accenture recently started mass hiring and already onboarded many of the candidates throughout India. So in this video, we have one of the candidate who got selected in Accenture and she has come to share her interview experience with all of us. So guys, before starting this video, if any of you got placed in any of the MNCs or any of other companies and would like to share your interview experience through our channel, you are always welcome. You just need to do one thing. You can see the mail ID on the screen. So just send that you're interested to that email ID and we will contact you and we can make a video. So guys, one thing is your experience matters a lot. So by sharing your interview experience, you can help at least one candidate in their interview process. So guys, if you are interested, just ping us through this email ID. So without any delay, let's start the video.
Hi, Susma. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay. So you got placed in Accenture, right?
Yeah, I'm placed.
Yeah. So what's the package?
It's 4.5 LPA.
Oh, great, great. So firstly, thank you for sharing your interview experience to our channel. Accepting our invitation and coming forward to share your experience. Thank you so much for you.
Thank you. Actually, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you. So firstly, let us discuss about the interview first. Later we can move on to the just pattern and all. Firstly, how was your interview? Like, how many members are there in your panel?
There is only one member during the interview. Only one interview is there in my family. It's a TR plus HR interview.
Oh, okay. He took care of HR and
Yeah.
TR interview at the same time.
Yeah, both the questions.
So, did he mention any separate way of asking questions for TR and the HR, or he just gone with the flow, like mixed up everything?
No, he haven't mentioned any any differentiation between TR and HR questions. He just directly asked me these questions.
So, can you share some questions what he asked you?
Yeah, firstly, he said that he'll refer to my resume and then he'll ask the questions. He referred my resume, and the main point in my resume is we won a Smart India hackathon. So he asked questions like, what type of project you have done? What is the role of you in that project? Like that. I explained my project thoroughly. Like we have designed a visualization dashboard for the Airport Authority of India. I explained that, and he said that it's a very small project, right? But is it worth winning the first prize? Like that. He asked like that. Then I told him that it's just a 24-hour hackathon here where we just prepared a prototype. If they like the prototype, then they'll come back to us and ask us to do the project on that. So he's somewhat satisfied with that.
Okay.
And then, yeah. Then he asked me about my mini project. Like it's in machine learning. It's a machine learning project. It's emotion detection through speech. Like they'll receive a speech signal of a person and say whether the voice is happy, angry, sad, or neutral. He asked me the technology stack which we have used. Yeah, and we used deep learning, multi-layer perceptron in that project, in our mini project.
Okay.
I have thoroughly explained the whole procedure of the project, how we have done that project, and he asked me that whether I would change from machine learning to other technology stack, like whether if they give Java track to me, whether I'm okay with that or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I said
So,
it's okay.
So I think after listening to your story, I got to know that he asked you mostly about your projects, like what are the main projects or mini projects regarding your SH. So he mostly asked you about your project.
Yeah, everything is regarding projects only. What I have mentioned is my resume.
So he firstly gone through your resume from top to bottom, and he started asking questions from you.
Yeah. And most surprising question is he asked me about my achievement apart from the ones mentioned in my resume.
Okay.
Then I'm just awestruck by that question, and then I said, whatever the important achievements I have, the important things I have, I mentioned all those in my resume. But apart from that, in my second year, uh, our college organized a ISRO Space Week. You remember, I think. ISRO Space Week.
Okay.
Yeah, I participated in that ISRO Space Week, and I interacted with the scientists of SHAR Center. I said up to now, I think that's my achievement. Like I learned so many things that day. That is the achievement that I haven't mentioned in my resume.
Mhm.
And after that, he asked me that do you possess any team leading skills?
Mm.
Yeah, I told him that I'm the team leader of a mini project which we have done,
Mm.
emotion detection to speech. And he then asked me that what are the things you have done to make the team efficient, like to work efficiently, to reach the maximum efficacy and all. And I
Mm.
told him that I have analyzed the capability of all my team members. As I'm fortunate enough that I got members who are very interested in doing project. And
Yes.
after that, I told him that I analyzed the capabilities. Like one of our team members is interested in drawing and all, so I gave her the UML diagrams and stuff. Other person is interested in coding, so I gave her the some of the errors and all, error fixing and all. And some other one is interested in making the documentation. And I managed all the flow and the connectivity of all the members. I've explained like this.
Okay, great. So it seems like he started asking questions about your projects and all, and later he started assessing your team skills, managerial skills and all.
Yeah.
It's a kind of PR and HR thing, right? Okay. So after the interview, did he mention anything about about your offer at that same time? Like you got hired, welcome to the company like that, or he just
No,
told you to? Hmm.
he haven't mentioned anything. He just said that yeah, we are done with the interview. Do you have any questions to ask?
Mhm.
Like that only. He haven't mentioned anything, and he's very serious throughout the interview.
Okay. So after completing the interview, after how many days you got this offer letter or confirmation mail?
Uh, Around 10 days, I think, 10 to 15 days.
Okay. So it took 10 to 15 days to get your confirmation for the role.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
yeah, it
coming to the
varies. Maybe
tell
I think it varies depending upon
mm,
the
yeah,
exam
true.
in which sort we took. And
Yes, yes, true. It depends on the region and the way interview, the number of interviews that they happened on the day. It all varies. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Coming to written testing, like what was the pattern and what kind of questions were asked?
There are around 6 sections. I mean, there are around 4 stages in Cognizant. I mean, to get placed in Cognizant. First one is a CNT test, cognitive and technical test. Second one is the coding test, and the third one is a version test, like communication test. And the
Yeah.
fourth stage is and the fourth stage is interview.
Okay.
In cognitive test, we have 90 questions for 90 minutes of time for 90 minutes of time. And after clearing,
Okay.
like it's a sectional cutoff, they have mentioned that there is a sectional cutoff, but we don't know how many marks we get. We have to get in each section, like in 6 sections. There are verbal ability,
Okay.
like numerical reasoning, pseudocode,
Okay.
and all.
Mhm.
After clearing the CNT test, they'll give you the result within 5 to 10 minutes. Like are we eligible to attempt the coding round, coding assessment or not? They'll mail us directly. Then we go on with the coding questions. There will be two coding questions. One is a little bit easy, and another one is a bit tough. Solving one of those will make you eligible for 4.5 lakh per annum, I think. So some of my friends solved one of the
Mhm.
questions and they got for 4.5.
Mhm.
Yeah, after that there will be the written test, communication
Mhm.
test. Yeah, in that communication test, they'll give some sentences and ask us to prompt them, like to read them out. And some other question types are they'll give a recording, like audio recording, and we have to repeat the recording.
Mhm.
There are questions like that. It almost consists of 20 minutes. The duration of the Western test is 20 minutes.
Mhm.
After that, they'll tell you whether you are qualified for the interview or not, at the fourth stage.
Okay. So all the four stages of this, which are just conduct on the same day, right?
No, no, not on the same day. Like the CNT test and the coding test are on the same day. Later they'll mail us about the communication test. We can book the slot for communication test.
Mm-hmm.
And after clearing that, they'll give us mail and ask us to select the interview slot. Like if there is an interview tomorrow, we have to select today. Right.
Okay. So now after clearing your written test, how many days it took for you to appear for the interview? So what was the gap?
Like I mean, there is a glitch while I'm writing the exam. Like my coding test completely closed without even attempting because of some antivirus issues. So it got delayed, and after 2 or 3 days, I got an email that we understand that you have missed the test. I haven't dropped any query, but they
Okay.
reached out to me. But they said
Mm-hmm.
we understand that you couldn't make the test. So write the exam. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is the slot of your
So
exam. You can
they
write it.
conducted an exam for you again.
Yeah, they conducted the exam for me.
Okay, that's nice. So after you have gone through different drives like this, you have applied for many companies like that, right? So after going through all these things, so what you observe from an IT company, and what you observe and what you suggest for a fresher who are coming and willing to come into an IT industry like that. So what would you give?
Yeah, I would suggest to be sure and confident first.
Mhm.
Then be sure. I mean, be not basic knowledge. Like they should have the basic knowledge, the IT knowledge, the computers, programming, or whatever it might be. One of the interviews I came up. I mean, in this interview, the interviewer asked me about only my resume and the projects.
Mhm. Yeah.
In some, yeah, in other company interviews like CTS, they asked me to write a pointers program in
Hmm.
and the normalizations in DBMS,
Hmm.
some network related questions. I mean, we cannot predict the questions asked by the interviewer, but we should be confident about basics. We should know the basics first, like computer science or the. I mean, firstly, they should clear the written test in order to get through the interview, right? So they should be clear about the numerical reasoning, verbal ability, and all. I mean, in order to clear the written test. After that, for the interview, I mean, you should have the problems for solving skills. I mean, we don't know whether the interviewer asked to solve the problem. Like one of my friends got a puzzle. Like he asked a puzzle and made her solve it. Like you have
Okay.
to solve the problem. You have to solve the puzzle like that. So you should be ready for the unexpected.
Yes, true. Okay. So actually, the information you shared was really, very informative and, very useful for a fresher. So thank you, Prasanna, for sharing your experience to our channel. I hope you reach many heights after this. So thank you once again for sharing your experience.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Prasanna.
No.